I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. It's I'm happy to be here. Since I found out 6 weeks ago, I support John in whatever he does, just like I always have. I wish him nothing but the best. But this morning I woke up in U City in St. Louis, where Mel is from, and I had 6 weeks to think about what I was going to say in this particular moment, and honestly, there's really no words. Even in the most anticipated public speaking event of my life, what I'm going to say or how I'm going to express it, because how do you express the gratitude, the appreciation, and the sacrifice that John and I have been through since we've known each other? I like to thank his family. They've really welcomed me into their family, since they've known me, and finally tomorrow you guys will meet my parents. I wear my parents, it's true love. I've been wearing my parents on my chain for about 4 years now. And you guys will finally get to meet the loves of my life tomorrow. So, I'm glad you guys will be able to meet them. And, Mr. Picavage, thank you for everything you've done for me. Ms. Picavage also, and David, Bubba, Kate, thank you. And then, most especially John. There was John and I have been through a lot of basketball wars through the years, together, against each other, one-on-one, all that stuff. It's been 9 years of really hard dedication. And, John and I, when we first met each other, were two very polar opposite people. I mean, I was probably one of the laziest, unmotivated people that went to church. Now, I don't say Christian because at that time, and I still am, we all are, I'm a person that considers myself a man of God, but in times of rough challenges, I can be possessed by the devil, and we all are. If you're not, then you're lying to yourself. So, I don't call myself a Christian because I don't feel like I've found God all the way yet, but I do consider myself a man of God, and I think there's a true difference in between those two things. Another part of my speech, too, is everything that I've thought of in this speech has come up within the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, start thinking, and then it's like, oh, I got to write this for the speech. So, that's, I have to write it down. I mean, it's, one of those things that may go well in a speech or whatever. So, one of the stories that stands out about me and John, not necessarily John and I directly, but it was our third Pro-Am game this year, and John played for me in the Orlando Pro-Am in 2009 and parts of last year. And, our third game this year, Brock was there, KTA was there, and JT, you might have been there. We're in the third quarter, and there's a DJ there. There's a DJ playing all the latest hip-hop hits or whatever. And this, right in the middle of the third quarter, this song comes on, and it's like, I want to know what love is. And, I know this DJ pretty well. I can't think of his name right now. But I was like, I called the timeout. I'm like, man, you've got to be kidding me with this song. So anyways, after the game, it was like 3 a.m. the next night. I'm wrapping up work, getting ready to go to bed. And, I figured that would be the thesis of my speech. So, so what is love? Love to me is the trust and in the sacrifice that John and I have, have shared throughout the years, and the mutual respect also. So, John, 2 days ago when John and I talked alone, are you ready about the speech, blah, 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 and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm ready. Just stop asking me. I'm ready to get it over. I was just like, he told me one thing that really, really meant a lot to me. And he was like, you know what, man, I trust you. And whatever you're going to do, I trust you. And there's very few people that have really meant something to me. My parents, I got friends that also that have told me this, but, this really meant a lot to me. And, there's no words that I can even say to thank John and his family once again for letting me stand up here. And one thing I want to say about trust is, trust doesn't mean that you have to do everything right. I mean, I don't do things right 3/4 of the time. In John and I's relationship throughout the 8 years that we've known each other, if you make a long list of every single, thing that's happened between us, whether I've done it right or he's done it right, I've probably done it right like 25-30% of the time. 80% of that 30 was, taking them out of the game or putting them back in the pro or something. And then the sacrifice also. I remember, when I was a young kid, John really taught me the value of hard work, which is something I really take to heart today. And I appreciate all those rides that he gave me home from wherever it was I was going, because most of the time I was carless back in the day. So I'll for all the rides and everything that he did for me, introducing me to basketball people throughout the years, I owe him everything for that. That's why I'll do anything for the guys. So including stand up here and give a speech, and I'm not really a big time speaker like that. And then the last thing I want to say before I leave is, good things happen to good people, and if you do good things for other people, good things will happen to you. And ever since I rebounded for John, I did all sorts of other things that I feel helped him. Going to his games, putting his tapes up on the internet. I don't expect any kind of compensation or whatever for that. I couldn't even do it. He's done enough for me by allowing me to become a part of his family. And, I really appreciate that. So, John and Kelly, I wish you nothing but the best. John, I'm here for you if you need me, obviously. You know where I'll be. I'm only 2 phone calls away. If I don't answer on my personal phone, I'll answer on my business phone. Kelly, you do the same. I heard your grandma's really cool.
Yes! Yes! Grandma!
I look forward to meeting you later today or tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys.